I think my tower was a little bit higher than that last time I saw it. Aha. Caution, quicksand. Danger area is unstable. Yep. I've lost some height. And Doc's just accepted the giant diagonal and has just decided to keep going. Cub has created an enormous genuine diamond pile. So what I think we can do today is cause some real damage to Scar's tower. If he's gonna sink me down, I think we can do something for him. But before we continue with our diamond ore shenanigans, we are gonna head over to this little temple to sign up for Hermit challenges. I mean, Hermit dares, which is essentially the same thing. There's a stick, and someone has it, you get whacked with the stick, and then they dare you to do something, and then you get the stick. I am very late to the challenge, apparently. Lots of people... How did Impulse get his beard on his player head? His beard is magnificent. So, now we just need to find a way to get our head. Well, we got Corrales and False online. If we can get ourselves to a healthy half a heart... never mind. It doesn't seem to... That doesn't seem to have actually yielded any Minecraft head. Unless I've just lost it. Maybe someone else? I'm pretty sure if you kill yourself in Minecraft, you get your head, or at least on our server you do. Oh well, we'll continue with the plan of getting Corrales to kill us. I horribly misjudged how to get to 1 heart, so we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way, slowly but surely. Add redstone for extra style points. Now, asking your friend to remove your head from your body is all in the approach. Psst. Come closer. 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 Kill me. Kill me. That was glorious. Needed my head. Also my insides. Thank you. What a good friend. How do I get out of here? It just says weird. Right, we've got ourselves a Grian head. That was slightly harder than I anticipated. Okay, so we've got our head, and this game is like tag meets Hermit challenges, so we'll pop our head. Everyone else has got like a block that represents them. Do I have a block that represents me? That seems about right. Right, let's turn our attention to the diamond ore towers, or the diamond block towers, the diamond towers. So, what I've got is not an awful lot of deep slate diamond ore, but it is enough, hopefully, to cause a bit of havoc. So, we're currently sitting pretty low, and I think in order to take this down a notch, we can do the only logical thing left to us, which is a diamond cannon. So if we create a big circular... I mean, there's only so much I can do with just a diamond ore as a building block. So if we make a big circular cannon... I'm actually starting to think I don't even have enough diamond ore for a cannon. Right, we got some supports. We got our very circular cannon. Not even sure you could tell that it is a cannon. But what we're going to do is blast a hole straight in here, knocking over Scar's diamonds and creating a big blast here so that he is then on par with our diamond tower over here. Okay, so this is going to take me a little while, so I'm going to do this quick style time lapse, and what we're going to do is take this down to the level of the cannon, and then we're going to do an explosion and tilt this thing over to help bring Scar's tower down about as much as mine has gone down. Alright, let's go. I think I'm losing some over the side. But before we go into the quick time lapse, I've got to do something that's really, really been bothering me, and I even saw a few comments about it. We gotta fix this. There. Isn't that better? Okay, let's blow this thing up. Okay, after that, I added some lovely explosion-y colours there in the form of some glass. And here we go. So, we've got our diamond ore cannon. It has fired a rocket, exploded Scar's tower, and it has fallen down the best I could build at that strange angle. I think this has actually come out pretty cool in the end. Unfortunately, I have thoroughly run out of diamond ore. And Doc is way ahead in the lead, so I'm gonna have to go mining again a little later on. Okay, so diamond shenanigans have been retaliated, and now it's time to turn our attention not to Dwayne, but to this thing, the Entity. We haven't really done a lot with the Entity in quite some time, and to be honest, I haven't really even checked the profit situation in there either. The two things that I sell are also sold elsewhere on the server, probably for a better price. So it's not surprising that we don't have an awful... Oh, okay. I was going to say we don't have an awful lot of profit. So yeah, it's not surprising we don't have tons and tons of diamonds from this. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. That's pretty good. But either way, the inside of this is extremely unfinished, and I've prepared the next stage of the Entity. Now, I'm faced with a slight predicament in the fact that the Entity has been here since day dot. However, we have established as a server a shopping district just over there. And as you can see, the Giga Log Factory is there. And other people have got their shops underway. So, it's not really in the shopping district, and I think it's time to move it. There's a really nice spot over here with a lovely hilltop, which I would like to take good use of. Wow, that is an amazing tree. Look at that. That is... B-dubs. So good. So, what we're going to do is we are literally going to take down the Entity. It's going to get up, and it's going to move over there. Now, in order to justify this in my head, the Entity can't teleport. It's a big old rock, after all. However, I do have a whole bunch of honey block and honeycomb to sell. Therefore, I feel justified in giving this thing 6 spindly legs. It's gonna be, well, to put it mildly, it's gonna be a little bit creepy. It's gonna be a literal creepy crawly. This thing is coming down, and we are gonna take it all the way over here. So, this is gonna take a considerable amount of time and effort, but I'm ready. I'm ready to move the Entity to where it really should be, in the shopping district. And then we can start thinking about how we're going to transform the Entity into a real shop. Places to sell lots more stuff, and to start restocking it properly. So, let's, it's never fun moving a build, but this one should be quite fun because we're making quite a significant change to how the Entity feels. Things are about to get weird. I mean, they're already weird, but they're about to get weirder. Let's go! What do we think of this abomination? There's no other word for it, and I know that it's become slightly more alive than ever before, but I've got to tell you guys, I really, really love the way this has come out, and I want to give a big shout out to Pearlescent Moon, who I dragged onto the server to help me out with these legs. I just couldn't get this shape down, and so between the two of us, we managed to get this, I think, working really nicely. Now, obviously, this is quite reminiscent of the octagon from last season, and while they're not the same design legs at all, the octagon were more sort of straight, they had like bolts and stuff, and there was 3 parts to the legs. It 100% uses the same build palette. So we've got the blackstone, and then the deep slate, and then of course some of the weathered copper. But the shape of the legs is totally different. It kind of curves round a lot more like a futuristic cyberpunky insect type thing. So if we go from above, you can see the legs quite well. And what this does is basically lifts the entity off the ground. Now you can see I've also started making a platform here, just out of stone for the time being. It's not going to be textured just because I'm not exactly sure. I need to make the color of this stone something that will contrast nicely so you can see it. The issue I'm having at the moment is that a lot of it blends in with the ridiculously large forest in the background. That will obviously change as more and more people make shops, but I gotta tell you, it looks so cool. And okay, let's address the time-lapse. You didn't skip the time-lapse, did you? I know some of you do. I see my audience retention. It dips. It dips! So if you like to skip the time lapses, well, either way, you may have noticed that I built this in a very specific order. So I built the inside layer of this thing first, and it is, well, it's pretty gross. It's alive to quite a literal extent. This is the heart of the entity that we're inside. It's all red nether wart and the nylium. And it's just kind of grim in here, but I also love it. It's so weird and alive, and it's exactly what I want the entity to do. It's a little bit freaky, but I gotta tell you, I kind of love it. The only issue I have right now is that I genuinely, and I mean this, I have no idea how you get inside of the entity. So I need to figure out how to make an entrance without ruining the aesthetic of the whole creepy crawly rocky thing. So I'm going to need to move my stock in, but I'm also going to have to try and finish off creating this wonderful platform so that it's not floating in the air. You can see most of the legs have a place to stand, but I've got to start filling it in and making it look a bit more natural. So I'm going to head over, get some more stone, and just get this platform done so I can get the stock ready. Now, isn't that magnificent? Standing on a rock, slightly angled upwards, absolutely spot on. And you really get a sense of it here and its magnificence. Now, I've been thinking about the issue that I mentioned earlier about how do you get in to the entity. So, to remedy that in the short term, I have put together all of my stuff that I'm selling just hanging from the belly of the beast. And I've got some, honeycomb, I've got my copper, I've even improved the amount of copper that I'm selling. The catch is I'm currently selling things for an ore block instead of normal diamonds. So I'm basically trying to get, and someone has kindly bought some new logs, I'm getting some diamond ore for my diamond ore tower over there. Now, I have put together a lovely nether portal here. Now, the reason I've done this is because I've thought of quite a clever way to get into the entity, but I'll be honest, I'm a little bit scared of what I'm about to do because I'm not the first person to do it on the server, and I probably won't be the last. However, what I'm about to do is probably quite silly. I am going to get a shulker all the way from the end, bring it here, and then create a hole here or something, and then you'll fall down, the shulker will see you, hit you with a levitation bubble thing, and then you float up into the entity, and then it's like you're being abducted by the giant living rock. How cool is that? I mean, I know it's a bit of a pain to actually, you know, get in via that way, and if you're really lazy, you could just, you know, fly into the hole, but being abducted seems like the only way that this should be done. Fortunately for me, X and Doc have already got a shulker from the end, meaning that this could be a little easier on me. Okay, into the end we go, and let's see what we can find. Now, in theory, we're looking for... That's it. We're looking for this. I'll be honest, I have no idea how to move a shulker. I've already been tripped up by the fact that this is floating. Does that mean they got it? But this looks suspicious. What's this about? Did they... How did... Let's just follow the clues. I'm hoping to find... Maybe to find something. I've already been tripped up. I've already lost. I've got a plan, and I think I know what to do. So, it's basically just bringing them in a minecart, and I think a lot of it's in the prep. I don't want to have to deal with the shulker box as it comes through here, so I want this all prepped and ready to go. Now, this is one of those things that you definitely don't want to have a learning experience with, because I would rather this just happened very easily, but I'd rather this all went well first time, but this is Minecraft, and we're dealing with quite a difficult task of moving a shulker box, so I'm hoping it's really as simple as what they've done here, and they've just... I guess, just dropped him in. So that's what I'm hoping happens. Just like, I mean, we're going in after it, so that's set up, I guess. It all feels too simple. I can't help but feel like the shulker's gonna get stuck. It's gonna end up shooting it. I don't know. I feel like this is too simple or something. I don't know. Now, once the shulker is in the overworld, much like this one, and it looks like they've done exactly what I was going to do. So, once it's here, I then need to get it all the way over to my base. Now, the quickest way would be through the nether, but that's just asking for problems. So, I'm going to do the Scar way and just do a really, really long walkway. Honestly, the things we do on this server... for a bit of pizzazz. I could have made a water bubble elevator. Nope. Had to go and get a shulker so I can floaty float. The entity is in sight. The long track is almost complete. Okay, done my research, and it turns out I definitely shouldn't have killed the one shulker I already had there. There is a way to get it to do what we want, but that's too late now. I have got a solution. I've got another shulker in exactly the same spot that was down here. We get him in, and then hopefully with a little bit of coal, push him through. Right, same thing again. Right, here we go. So, same again. And I fully expect our second shulker to have the same exact problem. I now realise why there are so many buttons here. And stuck again. We have our shulker. Now, if I've understood what I need to do properly, and there's a very good chance that I haven't, there's nowhere around here for the shulkers to go, and that's why there's all the buttons here. We need to spawn ourselves a snow golem after we've caused some damage to the shulker, I think. I don't know how much health it has, unfortunately, so that's not a good sign. But if we make that, it should aggro on it. That's it. Now, if we get rid of these... Okay, so when it teleports, it shouldn't be able to go anywhere except somewhere in here, and therefore teleport. But I think it won't teleport while it's at high health. So I've got to... I have no idea how much health it has, but I've got to try and guess how much health it's got and get it down to a reasonable amount, and then it has a 25% chance of teleporting. we try again? This invisible person in front of you is Cub, who I've called in out of sheer desperation, and he's informed me that I've just been a dum-dum. Right.
Alright,
this has been
this works.
so painful. Right.
Oh man, alright.
And then if we remove the minecart, it has nowhere to go but directly in the portal. Is that right?
Yep, that's what should happen.
So if I just... It went straight. How is that possible? How? What?
Easier. Oh.
So if I remove that... What? That's cursed. How is he doing this?
Is he floating in midair?
He's floating!
Break a button, or a couple buttons on the top, on the portal level. Break these.
Okay.
On this.
Okay, there we go. He's on. Do we want him back in a boat or something?
Yeah. I'm gonna put him in a boat.
Right, if you get him over, I could delete the... Oh, he's gonna hurt himself.
Okay, I went through.
Yeah, he didn't.
If you shoot an arrow, you can probably hit the boat.
Oh, he went in! He went in!
He went in? Okay,
Is he
I'm
there?
looking for him. I went to the nether. Let me go back.
Oh, wow.
I'm
I
going
think he's
back.
there. He's there! Oh, come! He did it!
Is he?
Oh,
Good.
that was so simple. Okay, now he just needs to not die.
Yep. Man, oh man.
I'm gonna take a break. Thank you, Cub. Thank you
Cheers.
so much.
No problem, man.
I am a thoroughly defeated man, but I'm gonna see this through. So, we've got ourselves... Please tell me that's... Oh, it's a real shulker box. Alright, let's just do this. See if this works. Right, there it goes. It should push its way. I'm gonna stay out of this. I want nothing to do with this anymore. If that makes it, so be it. If it doesn't, so be it. There it goes. Oh, what... The bane of my existence, that thing is. I can't tell you how long I've been doing this because I've actually lost track of time. I don't know how long it's been. It's definitely been at least 3 dead shulkers from various things. I had to get Cub in because it was getting desperate. Oh, man. But, looks like we're in the final stages. All it's got to do now is just get in there. So far, so good. So close. Right. I need to label this thing with a name. So maybe we can do a quick... Yep, there we go. Done. Done. Don't shoot me. Okay, please. Here we go. The moment of truth. It went in. It went in. It went in. And I can just... It can't see me. It shouldn't be able to see me. That should be it. Please tell me that that is it. Please tell me that's... It did just hit itself, but if I go down here, Please tell me it's not going to run out before I even get there. No! 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 Well, Goodbye. This is the end of this episode. I'll make this work. I just need time to recover from my pain. Goodbye.